the way that they teach you about financial accounting in these accounting classes at school is very different from how investment bankers actually think about accounting. Hey guys, if you like the content today, I want you to click the subscribe button to make sure that you get all of our future content going forward. We put out weekly content multiple times a week on all things investment banking recruiting related, and I want to make sure that you don't miss any of it. Okay. Today I want to talk about the investment banking technical interview, specifically the portion of the interview on the three financial statements or testing your accounting knowledge. Okay, that's one of the most important parts of your technical interview. It's one of the most common type of questions, I would say, along with valuation, but they'll almost always test you on at least a couple of three statement questions just to make sure you understand the financial statements, because that's the foundation to everything else you do. Right now, a lot of students that I speak to, they have this misconception that because they've taken financial accounting in school or managerial accounting or intermediate accounting or whatever accounting classes you've been taking in college, they think that because they took an accounting class and they got an A in it and they did well, they think that that's going to prepare them or that's sufficient in terms of their preparation when it comes to the three financial statements. Okay, when it comes to the technical interview for investment banking. And I want to tell you that every single time that I run into a student that thinks that, they're not adequately prepared for the investment banking accounting interview, or the accounting portion of the investment banking technical interview, rather, I should say. And the reason is the way that they teach you about financial accounting in these accounting classes at school is very different from how investment bankers actually think about accounting, right? It's a whole different thing if you want to go work at PwC or Ernst & Young or KPMG, or you want to become an auditor after you graduate. And it's like, that might be fine, right? Because what a lot of what they're teaching you in these financial accounting courses is like, T ledgers, right? Balancing your T ledgers, debit this, credit that, right? Debit cash, credit inventory, blah, 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 blah. And so that is not how investment bankers talk about accounting, or that's not how they think of the three financial statements. That you're not speaking their language. If you do that in an interview, you just come off as someone who's clueless and someone who belongs as an accountant, not an investment banker, right? You want to be an investment banker, you got to speak the investment banking language. So the way that investment bankers actually think about the three statements is they want you to walk them through the impact on every single statement. Like if there's a transaction that happened, there's a business transaction, like, okay, you bought inventory, or you, borrowed money, or you sold something, like, or you bought a piece of equipment, right? How does that affect each of the three statements? So what they want you to do is talk about the income statement, the balance sheet, and the cash flow statement. Okay, a lot of students who just rely on the knowledge that they have from their financial accounting classes, they're doing the debits and credits thing, and they're just so focused on the balance sheet, making the balance sheet balance. And then sometimes they touch on the income statement a little bit, a lot of times they don't, and they almost never ever touch on the cash flow statement for whatever reason. It's just like, I guess, college accounting courses don't focus as much on the cash flow statement or something, I'm not sure. But if you do that, you're not going to be answering their question completely. You're not going to be answering their question or giving them the correct answer that they're looking for, right? So instead, you have to talk about every single statement, like, this is how it affects the income statement, this is how it affects the balance sheet, and this is how it affects the cash flow statement. Okay. In fact, if I were to recommend something, I would start with the income statement always, then I would go with the cash flow statement, and then I would do the balance sheet last. Okay. The reason is, if you start with the income statement, the last step of the income statement is going to help you determine your starting point for the cash flow statement. Okay. And then the last step of the cash flow statement is going to help you determine your starting point on the balance sheet. And then the balance sheet being the last thing you talk about is good because it's almost like a check to see that if your answer is correct or not. Because if at the end of all this, your balance sheet actually balances, then you know that you did that, you solved that problem correctly, and you didn't miss anything, right? But if you get to the end and your balance sheet doesn't balance, then you're going to have to backtrack and figure out what did I miss exactly? There's probably some sort of puts and takes that happened on one of the statements that you forgot about or that you missed, right? And so being able to catch that is going to be very, very, very important, okay? So anyway, that's just a quick tip for you on how to answer these investment banking technical questions that are related to the accounting area specifically. If all you've done is taking an accounting class in school, I don't want you to, just be content or be overconfident with that. You still have to basically go out and learn how to answer these accounting questions the way investment bankers are looking for, most likely on your own, right? Or I mean, you can get our help. Like, we help students with that too. But if not, then on your own, because what you're learning in school is not going to be sufficient. Okay. Hey there, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're looking for more customized advice that's tailored for your specific situation, then I invite you to book a free strategy session with our team at the link below. We'll talk to you soon.